Today, the angels have a profound and revealing message for you, something that goes beyond appearances, unspoken words, and even the silences that person has chosen to keep. Have you wondered, feeling that slight discomfort in your heart, why that special person seems to avoid your gaze, avoiding the moments when your eyes could meet? It's as if something is blocking the connection between you, as if hiding something, and that sensation, although vague, is unsettling. Get ready, because what follows will illuminate these doubts and bring to the surface a truth that will deeply touch your heart. The angels see everything, every gesture of yours, every thought and every feeling which, even in silence, is perceived by them. They feel your desire to understand what's going on, to understand the motivations behind this strange behavior that special person has shown. And today they are here to reveal the real reason why that person avoided looking into your eyes. And believe me, it's not something simple, but something that involves a combination of emotions, fears, and above all, an internal struggle he is carrying with himself. Since you met, there has been an intense change, a connection that seemed to surpass logical explanations. The angels say that he realized something about you that shook his heart deeply and unexpectedly. And it's precisely this intensity that scares him now. Your gaze into his eyes is for him as if opening a door to feelings he can't control, emotions he barely knows how to manage. It's as if, when he meets your eyes, he sees his entire vulnerability reflected, which he tries to hide from the world. This visual distance is not a sign of disinterest, quite the opposite. Angels say that this person is facing destabilizing feelings, and this is a defense reaction. They fear that by looking directly at you, all the feelings they tried to suppress might come out and be exposed in a way they are not prepared to accept. For them, looking into your eyes is like looking into a mirror reflecting parts of themselves they are not yet ready to confront. This person carries an emotional burden, something that stems from past wounds, maybe from previous relationships or painful experiences that still resonate in their heart. Angels indicate that they are afraid to open up completely, as it would expose them to a possible pain they are not sure they want to revisit. There is a struggle between what they feel for you and the memories of what has already passed. And for them, the eyes are the window to the soul. Avoiding you, they try to protect themselves, to avoid the possibility of you seeing their deepest weaknesses and fears. Angels want you to know that this person feels much more than they let on, which is precisely why they avoided looking directly at you. It's as if they are trying to maintain a barrier between you, an unconscious defense that protects them from opening their heart entirely. But at the same time, this protection prevents them from fully experiencing the connection they feel for you. Angels see this internal struggle and want you to understand that it's not your fault, that none of this has anything to do with any of your mistakes. On the contrary, they tell you that you have awakened something so true and intense that now they are in an emotional deadlock. This person is currently in a process of self-discovery, where they have to confront their own shadows, fears, and insecurities. It's as if they are standing in front of a mirror where they see all the parts of themselves they have avoided looking at for so long. And you, with your presence and essence, have been the catalyst for this awakening. He feels that with you he could experience something real, something pure, but at the same time, it means facing parts of himself that he still tries to hide. The angels reveal that he is learning, even if slowly, that he needs to set aside these fears in order to experience love in a full way. They show that this person is going through an internal conflict that leaves him divided between the desire to open up and the resistance to show his weaknesses. He fears that by allowing himself to be vulnerable, he could be hurt, and this struggle between heart and mind is what keeps him from maintaining eye contact. It's not a matter of lack of feelings, but rather a struggle with his own limitations. They ask you to continue to be this light, to have patience, and to keep your heart open. This phase is crucial for the emotional and spiritual development of both. The angels are guiding him, even if he is not aware of it, to have the courage to open up, to see that true love is worth any risk, any fear. This is a healing journey, where he needs to strip off masks and allow what is most authentic in his heart to surface. The angels also ask you not to give up because they are working to dissolve these barriers and bring to the surface all the truth about this feeling. They want you to understand that often, souls that meet so intensely face difficulties precisely because the depth of what they feel defies the barriers of the ego. And that's exactly what is happening with that person. He feels that with you he can be himself, but at the same time, this frightens him because it means letting go of the protections he has built over the years. Every unspoken word, every silence, and every averted gaze actually represent the fear of the unknown, the fear that by opening up, he might get lost in the vastness of this feeling. But the angels say that even if he tries to avoid it, true love is a force that transcends all barriers. And this force is at work in his life, making him reassess, awakening him to something greater. It won't be an easy path, but the angels assure that this is the beginning of a transformation that will bring them even closer in a more intense and profound way. The angels want you to keep the faith because everything is unfolding according to the divine plan. They assure you that soon, that person will begin to understand that he cannot run away from the truth of his feelings, that he cannot continue to hide behind fears and insecurities. They are preparing the ground so that, at the right moment, he can look into your eyes, and when that happens, you will see the intensity of what he carries in his heart, a truth that until now, he did not know how to reveal. Trust in angels and in the process. This visual distancing is not the end, but a step towards healing, a necessary phase for him to make peace with his own emotions and allow himself to live fully what he feels. This is a journey where both are guided towards true love, a love that transcends all barriers. And you are an essential part of this transformation because you were the one who brought light into the shadows he feared to face. Now, as you understand what the angels have revealed about this visual distance, it is important to grasp the depth of the inner transformations that person is going through. The angels show that there is much more behind this resistance than mere fear. There is a story, past experiences that have shaped his heart and led him to build walls around his feelings. He carries old wounds that often, he hasn't even had the chance to heal, and that's why he's afraid to let himself be engulfed by a love he finds overwhelming. For him, looking into your eyes is like opening a door that leads him to confront memories he would rather keep hidden. It's as if, by fixing his gaze on you, he sees all parts of himself reflected that he has always avoided facing. Perhaps he has been deeply disappointed in previous relationships, suffered emotional traumas, or experienced loneliness that taught him to erect walls around his heart to protect himself. And now, in front of you, he feels a huge desire to break down these defenses, but the internal struggle to stay safe speaks louder. The angels say that, even though he wants to maintain this distance, there is a part of him that desires a strong connection. He feels a genuine attraction, an admiration for your authenticity and the light you emit. The truth is that deep down, he knows that with you, he could experience a true love, something he has only dreamed of. But this feeling scares him, because it puts him in a position of vulnerability that he is not used to facing. The angels want you to know that this person perceives your presence as transformative, as an invitation to heal everything he has repressed for so long. The issue is that he needs to find the courage to open up, to confront the fears that have prevented him from truly being happy. It's not something that happens overnight, but the angels are working for him to understand that with you, he can be himself, without masks, without barriers. This process is delicate, and the angels ask you to have patience because any true change requires time and dedication. The light you have brought into his life is intense and authentic, but also challenging. He sees you not only as a loved one, but as an opportunity for redemption, for healing. And that makes him feel, at the same time, drawn and scared, torn between the desire to get closer and the impulse to keep his distance to preserve his comfort zone. This person is currently in a phase of deep reflection, revisiting moments from the past that still resonate in his mind and influence his decisions in the present. He wonders what he truly wants, what he is willing to give up to fully live what he feels. And although it's hard for him to admit, he knows that his connection with you is not fleeting, that the feeling he nurtures for you is stronger than any fear he has. The angels are by his side, guiding each of his steps, lighting the way for him to find the clarity and courage he needs. They know he has the potential to dedicate himself to this love, but they also understand that this dedication requires a level of trust he has not yet managed to attain. He knows that, in order to experience something authentic with you, he will have to let go of the defenses that have kept him safe but have also prevented him from truly being happy. At this point, the angels ask you to continue sending light and love to this person, even if the distance seems painful. The connection between you is real and strong, and your patience and understanding are essential to help him in this process of self-discovery and healing. They remind that when souls are truly connected, there are no barriers that can separate them, and this person, no matter how hard he tries, will not be able to avoid the love he feels for you forever. For him, you are an anchor of light and safety, someone he knows he can trust, even if he is not yet ready to openly acknowledge this. The angels say he needs to feel this safety, this certainty that you will be there, waiting without haste or pressure, for him to find his way back to your heart. They want you to keep the faith because this process, although prolonged, awakens him to a new perception of what truly matters in life. The power of this connection urges him to confront the deepest parts of his soul, parts he has tried to hide or ignore for a long time. Even without realizing it, he is guided to understand that true love requires courage, dedication, and above all, honesty. The angels want you to understand that this whole process prepares the ground for him to finally allow himself to look into your eyes without fear, without resistance, only with the truth of what he feels. What is at stake now is a decision of the soul. He feels that next to him he can live an authentic story, but he knows that this means leaving behind everything that held him back until now. And even if the process is slow, the angels peel off every layer of fear and insecurity he has built, so that he feels confident enough to dive into this love. At this moment, the angels ask you to focus your energy on inner peace, in the certainty that true love always finds its way. They take care to make him understand that what he feels for you is a gift, and that by looking into your eyes, he will see not only human love, but a divine connection. This is the force that transforms his life, even if he is not fully aware of it yet. Stay strong and peaceful, for what is to come will be a reward for your patience and the love you have nurtured. Soon, the angels assure you, he will realize that he can no longer avoid the gaze that makes him feel complete. What is in your eyes is more than he could find elsewhere, and this truth is gradually written in his heart. The angels are by your side, ready to guide him back to you, when he finally decides to confront his own fears and live the love destiny has prepared for him. Angels now wish for you to understand even more the complexity of the feelings that this person carries. By averting the gaze, he is not only trying to hide what he feels, but also to avoid facing his own vulnerability. This distancing, which sometimes may seem like a sign of indifference or lack of interest, is actually a reflection of a soul feeling challenged by the intensity of a connection that he cannot control. For him, looking into your eyes is like opening a portal to everything he cannot say. It is allowing you to directly see the storm of emotions he hides. Hence, he tries to maintain this visual barrier as if he could protect both of you from the feelings he cannot master. Angels reveal that deep down he feels that you are someone who can see beyond the masks he wears. He knows that you possess a sensitivity and intuition that go beyond words, and by looking directly into your eyes, you might see the most hidden parts of his being. This idea, although it awakens a deep longing for closeness, also scares him because he still does not feel ready to expose his entire essence. He fears that by doing so, he might get lost or lose control over the walls he has built around himself to protect himself. This person bears scars of a past marked by disappointments and fears that have not truly been resolved. He has learned to use distancing as a form of protection, a means to avoid others touching him so deeply as to leave him vulnerable. But the angels claim that no matter how much he tries to maintain this distance, the force of this connection is so strong that, slowly, it dissolves the barriers he has created. It's as if your presence is a light that illuminates the darkest corners of his heart, and he begins to realize that the darkness he feared so much is actually just a shadow that can be dissolved with love and understanding. This is a journey of healing for both. The angels show that this person is going through a process of inner transformation, a transformation that requires courage and dedication. He subtly realizes that your presence in his life is not a coincidence, but a divine call for him to let go of the fears that keep him captive. The intensity of the feelings you arouse in him is a kind of reflection of what he desires most, and at the same time, fears the most. And at this moment, he faces a dilemma: to stay in his comfort zone, where control seems at hand, or to venture towards a love that can completely transform him. The angels ask him to understand that this decision is not easy for him and that the time he takes to process all of this is an essential part of his personal growth. They want him to know that every gesture of patience and understanding he offers represents an energy that envelopes him and encourages him to take the next step. He knows you are waiting for him, that there is an acceptance in your gaze, an acceptance that makes him feel safe and welcome. However, at the same time, this feeling challenges him because he has never allowed himself to open up so deeply to someone like you. There is a battle taking place within him, a struggle between the fear of being vulnerable and the desire to fully surrender to a true love. And you, with your presence, represent the possibility of a new beginning, of a love he has always dreamed of, but never believed was possible for him. The angels are present with both of you, guiding your hearts so that, at the right time, he finds the courage to confront his own fears and allow love to flourish without barriers. They want you to remain that source of serenity and understanding that helps him see that he doesn't have to be afraid to be himself next to you. The angels know that when he finally has the courage to look into your eyes and sustain the gaze, it will be a moment of revelation, a moment in which he will realize that there is nothing to hide, that the love he feels is stronger than any fear. They say that this moment will be a turning point, a moment of transformation in which he will finally understand that what exists between you is stronger than any insecurity. This person is in a crucial stage of their life, where every step is an evolution towards overcoming their own limits. And you are a constant source of inspiration for him, a reminder that true love is possible and that he doesn't need to protect himself from what could be the greatest blessing of his life. The angels ask you to observe him with compassion, to continue sending thoughts of love and security because this is exactly what he needs most at this moment. The angels are working to remove the emotional blocks that have prevented him from fully opening up, and they ask you to trust this process. They guarantee that when he finally looks into your eyes without reservation, you will see a part of him that few have had the privilege to know. This is the vulnerable part, the one that dreams, that believes in love, but which has been repressed for a long time by the fear of suffering. When he allows himself to show this side of himself, it will be the beginning of a new stage, where he can open up freely and confidently to what he feels. And this moment is not far away. The angels say that changes are happening now, gradually but consistently. They remove obstacles, erase traces of fear and doubt that still exist, so that he can come to you with an open heart. Keep your light on and continue to be an example of courage and faith, because he learns from you. The angels inspire him to be that bridge that connects him to true love and guides him towards what his heart desires so much. They want you to have faith and to know that all the efforts and patience you have shown are not in vain. This process, though lengthy, is preparing the ground for a love that transcends all barriers, and when he finally feels ready, you'll be ready to experience a bond that surpasses all imagination. He will no longer be able to avert his gaze, because he will see in your eyes the reflection of a true love, something he has always longed for but never found. This is the gift that the angels are preparing for you, a journey of love and growth that is possible only when two souls are truly connected. The angels ask you to keep believing and sending love, because this is what he needs most to finally free himself from the fears that have kept him captive. Now, the angels want you to understand the depth of the importance you represent in this person's life. To him, you are not just a familiar presence, but a symbol of something much greater, something beyond logical understanding. He sees in you a possibility of redemption, a love he is afraid of losing, yet afraid to live to its fullest. This duality confuses him and keeps him at a distance, but at the same time, the angels show that your presence has been a lighthouse in the midst of the inner storms he faces. He knows, even unconsciously, that being with you would give him the chance to experience authentic love, something far beyond the superficial relationships he has known so far. But this realization also brings up questions he struggles to acknowledge. The angels show that he has already realized that the intensity of his feelings for you challenges him to break free from old patterns he uses as defenses to not fully engage. He understands that in order to live alongside you, he would need to let go of these defenses and reveal his true essence, something he is still learning to do. There is a part of him that continues to fight to maintain control, to avoid that vulnerability from coming to light. For him, looking into your eyes would be like sharing a part of himself that he has kept for a long time. But the angels work for him to realize that such control is just an illusion, that true love can only be experienced when there is total surrender. They want you to know that this process of self-discovery he is going through is profound, and, even though it seems slow, it is leading him towards internal liberation. The angels guide him in every moment, and they say that he is beginning to understand that the love he feels for you is stronger than any fear he may have. It is a feeling that, even if he tries to ignore or repress it, comes back with greater intensity. He notices, as the days go by, that you are someone unique, someone who has brought a new light into his life, and this truth becomes clearer and clearer. The angels are by his side, helping him see that he doesn't need to be afraid of being loved and to love in return. This journey of emotional and spiritual growth is also a preparation for something greater. The angels ask you to be patient, as each moment of waiting strengthens the connection between you. They show that this internal transformation you are going through will lead you to an awakening, where you will ultimately understand that the security you seek is not found in hiding, but in opening up to true love. And when this awakening takes place, you will no longer feel the need to avoid your gaze, because you will have found the confidence you need to give yourself. At this moment, he is facing his own emotional limitations, and the angels are by his side to guide him through this discovery. They wish for you to keep sending him thoughts of light and peace, as this energy helps him take steps towards what he feels for you. Even if he still seems distant or evasive, the angels ensure that this connection strengthens every day and that soon he will have the clarity needed to embrace this love. The angels also ask you to view this process with compassion, as his journey is challenging and requires immense effort to let go of the fears cultivated over the years. They want you to know that every gesture of patience and support you offer is a bridge that leads him back to your heart. He feels your presence even when he is not physically close, and this encourages him to move forward, not to give up on the love that is beginning to blossom in his heart. The presence of the angels is constant, and they remove the obstacles that still prevent this person from fully opening up. They work to dissolve the barriers he has built around his heart, so he can realize that you are the person he has always sought but never found before. It is a transformation that occurs gradually, but that prepares him little by little for a true and complete surrender. When he finally allows himself to look into your eyes, you will see that all the distance he tried to maintain was actually a reflection of his own inner struggle. The angels assure you that this moment is near, and when it arrives, it will be like a release, a full acceptance of the love he feels for you. He will understand that there are no more reasons to run away, that the peace he so desperately seeks can only be found beside you. Angels also urge you to keep your heart open to receive this love, as his transformation will be so profound that it will come to you with an intensity and sincerity that will touch the most intimate fiber of your being. He will have the courage to be himself without fear, and you will see in his eyes the truth of a love that has been shaped by time, patience, and the support you have given him. This love will be a blessing, a divine gift carefully prepared for both of you to experience in its fullness. Now is the time to trust in what the angels reveal to you. They ask you to continue sending light and love to this person, as every positive thought and every gesture of compassion are essential to help him move forward. They know that waiting can be tough, but they guarantee that it will be worth it, as what is coming will be a love that transcends all barriers, a feeling that will fill your life with peace, joy, and harmony. The angels also remind you that this connection is not ordinary, but that both of you were chosen to experience something special, something that was planned long before you met. They ask you to trust the journey and to keep the faith, as everything happening now is part of a divine plan. When it finally unfolds, you will realize that every moment of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, was essential to strengthen this union. Prepare your heart, for the angels say that the love that is about to bloom between you is rare, a love that is only possible when two souls are deeply connected. They are preparing everything so that, at the right moment, that person will look directly into your eyes and see not just you, but a true love that is beyond words, a feeling that grows and strengthens only with time. The angels are now approaching to bring a final message, something you must hear to fully understand the journey you are about to embark on with that person. They want you to know that every step, every moment of waiting, and every small gesture of patience have been essential for this true love to find its place in his heart. The transformation he is going through is intense and profound, and when the time is right, you will together experience a connection that transcends all earthly things and reaches the spiritual realm. This person is gradually finding the courage within himself to allow himself to love, to allow himself to live a relationship that requires complete devotion. The angels want you to know that at the end of this journey of discovery, he will come to you with an open heart and ready to experience something he never even thought possible. You will be for him the embodiment of true love, a love he has always sought but, out of fear or lack of faith, failed to find in previous relationships. The moment when he finally looks into your eyes will be a turning point for both of you. In that moment, you will feel all the intensity of what he has kept and repressed for so long. The angels say that this gaze will be like a rebirth, where all doubts and fears will finally dissolve, and the love he feels will be able to flow freely, without barriers or resistance. It will be the beginning of a new phase, in which what seemed impossible will become real and tangible. Angels show that this love will not only be a feeling, but a journey of growth and elevation for both of you. You will learn together, grow together, and discover that true love is the one that builds, heals, and brings peace. Every exchanged gaze will be a reminder of the spiritual connection that unites you, a connection that surpasses the limitations of the physical world and is supported by the divine plan. In this love, you will find a peace that you cannot find elsewhere. He will see you as his partner, the person destined to be by his side, and you will see him as brave and devoted to someone who has faced his own shadows to live alongside you. The angels urge you to be prepared to receive this love, as it will be deep, transformative, and eternal. This journey, which started with distancing and silences, is now about to reach the point of fullness. The angels assure you that what is reserved for you is something rare, a love experience that few have the opportunity to live. They ask you to keep your heart open because the love that is coming is a gift from the universe, a recognition for all that you have offered in terms of patience, understanding, and support. Deep in his heart, resistance crumbles, and he begins to realize that beside you is his true place. The angels have guided him to this understanding so that he understands that true love should not be feared but lived with gratitude and dedication. They clear his path, removing the last traces of fear that still linger, so he can approach you with sincerity and total devotion. This love, revealed to the angels, will be a union of souls that transcends this life. You are, in fact, souls that have already met in the past, here to fulfill a common mission, to learn together about the power of unconditional love. This is the truth the angels wanted you to know, that the love between you is eternal, something not limited by time or the circumstances of this life. When finally allowing themselves to look into your eyes and accept what they feel, you will see a complete transformation. It will be a new person, someone who has learned alongside you that true love makes any sacrifice worthwhile. The love that they will eventually embrace will be the answer to the prayers and hopes both of you have carried throughout the years. The angels say that when this happens, you will feel at peace because you will know that every moment of waiting was worth it. Now the angels ask you to leave a statement in the comments to seal this transformation. Write something that resonates with your heart, something like, "I receive the true love the universe has prepared for me." By doing this, not only do you affirm your belief in this process, but you also strengthen the energy that binds you. This simple action will be a sign to the universe, showing that you are ready to receive the love that is on its way. Remember, beloved soul, the angels are with you every step of this journey. They celebrate your patience, your strength, and the love you have kept alive, even when it seemed far away. They are preparing the perfect moment for both of you to experience this love without barriers, without fear, only with the purity of two souls that have met to shine together. True love, the love that angels bring to you, is a love that heals, transforms, and leads both of you to a new dimension of happiness and fulfillment. Be prepared to receive, because the universe is already conspiring for you to live this deep and special connection. Before concluding, the angels want you to understand something profound, a secret whispered directly to your soul. You have been guided here for a purpose, to receive this message, to understand that your love and faith are strong, capable of transforming lives and attracting everything you desire. This is a journey that does not end here because there is much more reserved for you. By opening your heart to this message, you have also opened a door to something much greater: divine guidance, constant support, unconditional love from the angels. Now the angels ask you to take a step forward, a simple yet essential step, for this connection between you and them to remain strong and vibrant. Click the registration button. Allow their messages to reach you consistently. Think, every new video, every new message is like a sign, a spark of light and hope that they send to guide you towards a life full of love, clarity, peace. Signing up is saying yes to the universe. It's accepting the love and guidance prepared for you. The angels say that this is your chance to engage in your own transformation. By registering, you will activate a direct channel of blessings where every message will be an answer to the deepest questions in your heart. Allow yourself to be part of this chain of light. You are not alone. The journey becomes easier when you accept that the love of the angels is with you every step of the way. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine. Every touch of light, every guidance is delivered exclusively to you, strengthening your faith and bringing you peace. By signing up, you commit to keep this flame alive, to allow the angelic presence to be a part of your life, to guide your decisions and to strengthen your soul. Do not postpone. Do not leave for later. Press the sign up button now and allow this connection to deepen. Now manifest your intention by writing in the comments, "I open myself to divine guidance in my life." By writing this message, you declare to the universe that you are ready to receive all the blessings prepared for you. Every step taken with faith is a step towards your true happiness. Have trust. Let the angels be present in your journey. Register and allow this spiritual force to guide you. The next step is in your hands. The angels are waiting to continue sending their messages. Press the button and move towards the life you deserve, full of light, love, and purpose.